Okay, so what next? There is an option of transportation that they can, okay, they can opt for 12% rate and 5% rate. But again, 12% is very lucrative because the service provider will be having all kind of inputs available to him. But let's say there are industries like liquor industries, petroleum product industries. In case that person is charging 12% to them, do you really think that the service recipient will allow them? Because that 12% is going to be the cost. These products are out of the ambit of GST. So whatever they are paying, that will be a cost. So they will always be looking forward for the person who is charging 5%, so that my 7% is saved. Otherwise, that additional 7% will be my cost. So they should have taken care of these kind of provision also, in whether when they have taken care of exempted goods, and they should have taken care of these goods also. But because these are sin goods, or these are what they call them luxury goods, so they don't want to sideline with the revenue, whatever revenue they are earning. Once the transporter choose to be on 12%, then he cannot have a 5%. And once he chooses to be on 5%, then as per the legal provision or as per the legal language, he cannot opt out. So, which I also feel is not the proper way to see. Because what I feel is that, yes, in case I want to switch over to a 12%, I should be eligible to opt for the same. I should get into the registration bracket. I should get myself registered, and I should be able to opt for the forward charge. Further mockery of mobile squad officer when there is a discrepancy or typographical error. Why I'm taking this e-way bill issue? Because this is really happening each and every day. Some mismatch, some transaction value issues, some vehicle number issues, and at times, I mean, they are not the person to be taking care of your valuation. I mean, how can they question? They are there to see, as per section, whether the complete set of document is there or not, whether which was required for the transportation or the movement of the goods. And that too during the tenure of the movement only. Once the goods have reached the destination, they are not eligible to check into the aspect. But everything and anything they are doing as of now. GST paid on transportation and under, I have highlighted this issue because today also somebody has asked me. Under RCM is eligible to be taken as credit. That means you are 100% eligible. Again and again I'm saying, so a service recipient is 100% eligible to claim ITC, whether paying at 5%, 12%, 18%, whatever rate he's paying, he's eligible for the credit of the same. Place of supply, storage facility, wherever you are providing, has to be read as per section 12 subsection 2, the default rule. You cannot take it as per section 12 subsection 3, that is in relation to immovable property. These services are not provided in relation to immovable property, because there they have exclusively defined what all services you have to be taking care, that has to be defined under that particular clause. When to be taken ITC, whether paid under RCM. The month you are paying, the same month you can take the credit, Marishetti sir. I hope I'm clear. The month of the payment or for the month of the payment only. Whenever you are filing the 3B, for example, let's say in December you will be filing the return for the month of November. So whatever RCM is applicable for the particular month from 1st of November to 30th of November, you will be discharging them in your 3B. So whenever you are discharging him, make the liability and then take the credit in the same return, so that you are able to utilize the same credit in the same month only. GTA opting for GST at 5% under RCM for transportation of service do not absolve the GST liability on sale of used truck. That means whenever he need to sell out those trucks, then also he need to pay the tax, and that too at the rate of new goods, because whatever rate are applicable on the new goods are the rate applicable at the old rate. Okay, we have exemption notification 8/2018, where there is a relaxation, little bit of relaxation, that only 12 and 18% are the maximum rate that can be charged, but still there is a liability, but he doesn't have any credit at all. Okay, Vishal sir, one of my client is clearing and forwarding agent, and he's subject to 18%. He purchased the services of GTA and then he charged transportation charges in its invoice, and charge is 18%. Is it the correct approach?